Class 5, Term 2, Chapter 5, I Can and I Will. The chapter I Can and I Will is about a famous personality named Deepa Malik. Deepa Malik is an Indian athlete. She is the first Indian woman to win a medal in Paralympics Games. Dear students, I hope you all know about the Olympics. Then, do you know about Paralympics? Paralympics is just like Olympics, but it involves athletes with disabilities. Deepa Malik was a disabled person. She was left paralyzed chest down after a surgery. Even though she was paralyzed, she became successful in her life. In this chapter, we are going to study about the success story of Deepa Malik. Now, let us read the chapter. Chapter 5, I Can and I Will. She just has to put in one last effort for the day. She calmly feels the weight of the ball, picks it up firmly and brings it closer to her neck. She launches the shot towards the throwing area. The mark flashes 4.61 meters on the screen. The nation erupts in joy with chants of India, India, echoing across the streets. She has done what many could never dream of. The name Deepa Malik shall go into the record books now as the first Indian woman ever to win a medal at the Paralympics. The first paragraph describes the day on which Deepa Malik won a medal in Paralympics. As I have already said, Deepa Malik was a person with disability. She was paralyzed. She was paralyzed chest down. She can't move her legs. She can move only her head and her hands. And in this condition, she participated in an event in Paralympics and won a medal. She just has to put in one last effort for the day. She calmly feels the weight of the ball. Now you can see Deepa Malik. She is picking up the ball and she picks it up firmly. She is holding it in her hands firmly and she brings it close to her neck. She brings the ball close to her neck as you can see in the picture. And she is now ready to throw the ball. She is now ready to launch the ball. She launches the shot towards the throwing area. Now she throws the ball, the shot towards the throwing area. She is now launching it, or she is now throwing the ball to the throwing area. And the mark flashes 4.61 meters on the screen. And she was able to throw the ball to a distance of 4.61 meters, and it was actually a record. It was a record. The nation erupts in joy with chants of India, India. The nation, everybody is seeing her on the screen of television and everybody was so happy and everybody is in joy. Everybody is chanting India, India. Okay, echoing across the streets of India. Everybody was thrilled to see her throwing the ball. She has done what many could never dream of. And she has done the impossible thing. She was actually paralyzed. She can't move her legs. She can't move her body properly. Only thing is that she can move her head and she can move her hands. And in that condition, she was able to do this. And it was something which was impossible for everyone, but she made it possible. And the name Deepa Malik shall go into the record books now as the first Indian woman ever to win a medal at the Paralympics. So her name went to the record book because, what was the reason? Because she was the first Indian woman ever to win a medal in Paralympics. Paralympics, as I have already said, it is actually just like an Olympics. It is for disabled people. Okay, it is for athletes who are having disability. So here she was the first Indian woman to win a medal at Paralympics. Born in Sonipat district of Haryana, Deepa Malik is an all-round winner. She is a wife of a veteran army officer a mother of two grown-up daughters, a swimmer, a keen biker, and a high-altitude car rallyist and a motivational speaker. Besides being a world-famous athlete who has made India proud. But what is most amazing about her achievements is that she has managed to be all this while being paralyzed chest down for many years. So in this paragraph, it is told that she was born in Haryana. So Deepa Malik was born in Haryana and she was an all-round winner. That means right from her childhood, she was a winner in every field. Maybe in athletic field, maybe in her studies, in every field, in each and every field, wherever she participated, she came out she emerged as a winner. Okay, so she was an all-round winner in every field. She's a wife of an army officer. So her husband was an army officer and she had got two daughters. So that is about her family. She was a wife of an army officer and she had got two daughters. Then she is a swimmer. She is a keen biker. She is a car rallyist. What do you mean by car rallyist? A person who participates in car rally is called as car rally. So she was so passionate about that. She was so interested in car rally. Okay, and she was a motivational speaker. What do you mean motivational speaker? Motivational speaker means a person who speaks to others to give them moral support. The person who gives others moral support through their speech. They are called as motivational speaker. So she was a motivational speaker. She was a car rallyist. She was a keen biker and a good swimmer. And she was a famous athlete also. You all know that, isn't it? She won a medal in Paralympics. She was the first Indian woman to win the medal in Paralympics. So she was a good athlete also. So she was a good swimmer. She was a keen biker. She was a good car rallyist. She was a great motivational speaker. And she was a famous athlete. And what is the most amazing thing about all these achievements is that she achieved all these things, or she has managed to do all these things while being paralyzed chest down. Isn't it? She was paralyzed. She was paralyzed chest down for many years. She can move only her hands and her head. She can't move the other part of her body. She was paralyzed. What do you mean paralyzed? If your hand is paralyzed, then you can't move your hand. If your legs are paralyzed, you will not be able to move your legs. Okay, so her body was paralyzed and only her hands and head. She can move only her hands and head. All other parts were paralyzed. So in this condition, she was able to achieve all these things. Just imagine, she became a swimmer. She became a good biker. She was a good car rallyist. She became a great motivational speaker. All these things she achieved when she was paralyzed. Now, next paragraph. Deepa was 6 when she was diagnosed with a tumor in the upper spinal column. But she refused to allow her condition to keep her indoors. She completed her schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Fort William, Kolkata, where she was the school captain. She did her graduation from Sophia College, Rajasthan, where she actively took interest in basketball and cricket. She was also part of the first ever women's India cricket team formed in Rajasthan. Now in this paragraph, we are told about Deepa Malik's childhood. So when she was 6 years old, she was diagnosed with tumor in her spinal column. So she became sick at the age of 6. She was diagnosed with tumor. And even though she was sick, she refused to sit inside her home. She wanted to go out and explore everything. She wanted to live like a normal child. She wanted to participate in all the activities in school. She wanted to participate in all the competitions in the school. She wanted to live like a normal child. and she completed her schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya, and she completed her graduation from Sophia College, Rajasthan. So when she was studying in Kendriya Vidyalaya, she was a school captain. Even though she was sick, she was a school captain. And when she was studying in college, she participated in basketball and cricket, all these games. She was interested in all these games and she participated in all these things. At that time, she was not paralyzed, but she was suffering from sickness. She was suffering from this tumor and she was undergoing treatment for this tumor. Okay, even though she was undergoing treatment, even though she was sick, she was best at everything. She became the school captain, she participated in basketball, cricket, everything. And she was also part of the first ever women's cricket team formed in Rajasthan. Now the next paragraph. Always in love with the outdoors, Diba could be found running around, riding motorcycles and playing various sports, even though she wasn't recovering from the surgeries. That's how she met her husband, retired Colonel Bikram Singh Malik, who never found her love for motorcycles strange and has been her pillar of strength ever since. So Deepa Malik, even though she was not recovering from these surgeries, or even though she was not recovering from her sickness, she was always in love with the outdoors. She always wanted to go out and explore. She always wanted to participate in various sports events, and she can be found running around, riding motorcycles, playing various sports. She likes that. And this is how she met her husband. Her husband was retired Colonel Bikram Singh Malik. And he was actually the pillar of strength, pillar of her strength. Okay, he was very supportive in nature. And he also loved her passions. He also supported her in every way he could. Thus, he was actually the pillar of her strength.